Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here we have the 2024 Hyundai Tucson. So we'll look at the interior, the trim level, some of the stuff on the outside, and then we'll go for a spin around and see what it's like out on the road. So now we're behind the wheel of this 24 Tucson. Now this is the hybrid SEL convenience all-wheel drive. I know it sounds like a mouthful, but it's a pretty awesome crossover SUV. So let's click drive, go for a spin around. Now, we gotta start by talking about what's the difference between the regular and the hybrid version. Now, this hybrid version is going to have a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, and that's gonna be turbocharged. So that means you have your standard 1.6 liter 4-cylinder with the turbocharger, and then on top of that, you also have the hybrid system. So the hybrid system is gonna kind of help you out in the in-between and help you get the best possible fuel economy. Now, this one is rated at 37 in the city and 36 on the highway. So that is pretty awesome fuel economy for a mid-size SUV. Now, with the convenience, you also add a bunch of cool stuff on the inside of this vehicle as well. So I've got my phone plugged in here. It's got Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto, and it's a great screen. I think it's a 10.25-inch display. All the buttons are very clear. The use of the screen is great. Everything is very responsive. You can swipe through. I can get my Spotify, Google Maps, all that good stuff going when I'm out on the road, and it's very safe to just have that set up. So I'm not messing with my phone. I can use the voice commands through the vehicle as well. So that's going to use Siri, or if you don't have your phone hooked up, that's going to be kind of some voice prompts that are pretty helpful. So there's a lot of good stuff with that infotainment screen. Also, on top of the infotainment screen, that's also going to have the backup camera. So there's a few different options with the backup cameras, but this one is crystal clear, makes it very easy to use and simple when you're backing into a tight parking spot. So how's the ride and drive when we're out on the road? Now we're kind of merging out onto the road here. And you put your foot down, you can hear it kind of wind up, and it goes pretty good. I mean, it's smooth delivery of power, and that's what's one of the cool things about these hybrid vehicles, is that the hybrid system gives you kind of that instant torque paired with the turbocharger. You get great get up and go, and then when you don't need that little extra punch, you're gonna get that great fuel economy to help save money at the gas pump. Now, this isn't a plug-in hybrid version. This is a regenerative system. So as you're driving and braking or slowing down, or if you're just cruising around, it will build some of that power back up, and that's what's gonna help you get that best possible fuel economy. You'll notice when you're out on the road, it's very quiet in here. So I have the engine going right now, but even when the engine kicks off and you're in that EV mode, it's smooth, it's quiet, and it's very comfortable. This one does ride on those 19-inch wheels, and it's a very plush and smooth ride. I mean, if you're thinking day to day, is it you in the car, are the kids in the car, or are you just running around town? I mean, 37 miles per gallon, that used to just be kind of compact car numbers. And now to get that out of an SUV is pretty great. So this one also has the digital display. So that's gonna be your speedo. And then on the right side, it's gonna let you know if you're being eco-friendly, if the vehicle is kind of in that charge mode, or if you're using power. When you put your foot down, you'll kind of watch it go back and forth. And it's kind of like playing a video game. Obviously you wanna be in the charge or the EV mode, because that's gonna help you save money at the pump. Now, a few other things in here. There's a little button you can go through to see your drive information. There's gonna be the compass in here, or whether the power is going to the H-Track, which is the all-wheel drive system. So this is gonna be a great vehicle for those Minnesota winters because it's gonna help you out in a pinch. It's kind of a more front-wheel drive basis system, but then when you need it or it slips, it kicks in with that all-wheel drive, and it's gonna help you get through those tough Minnesota winters. So a few other things in here. You have a lane departure warning system. So if I start to sway out of my lane, it will actually help with the steering wheel and push me back into the lane. And there's also an adaptive cruise control system. So you can set that when you're out on the road, 4, 3, 2, 1 car distance or the lengths in front of you. And that is great if you're doing a lot of highway driving, and if you're going maybe on those longer cabin trips. It helps you with some fatigue of not having to constantly pay full attention. The vehicle is doing that for you. Obviously you want to be paying attention when you're on the road, but maybe if you're turning around to do something or looking away and someone slams on the brakes in front of you, this vehicle will monitor that speed, which is a great safety feature. Now, a few other safety features on this particular one. You do have the blind spot monitoring system, so that's going to be housed in the side mirrors. And then there is, like I said, the lane departure mitigation system, as well as a few other safety features. Now you can hear we're in EV mode, and it kicks back in, and it's seamless. Some vehicles, you kind of get a lurchingness or a kind of a grab when it switches between EV and the gas motor, but I found this one from driving it around a little bit today, to be very smooth and very compliant when you're on the road. So the convenience, this one also is going to have the mock leather seats in here. So it's not a real leather, but they are heated for those winter times. So I've got it on 3 right now. So you can tell it's a little snowy, it's a little cold today. So with the heated seats going, I am very comfortable for the driver and the passenger. Now, one other thing that's pretty unique is that you free up some space here without having your traditional shifter by having the drive-by-wire system. So it's little buttons here. So park, reverse, neutral, drive. It makes it simple, gives you a little extra room for the cup holders or the armrest here. And I like this system. It's not confusing. There's park, you click park to park there, and obviously reverse and drive. And then there's also a backup camera button here. So like I mentioned, when you're stopped or going slow, you can click the little camera, and that's gonna pull it up so you can kind of see your surroundings if you wanna check something or before you park. That is a pretty cool feature. And one other thing, so let's talk about rear legroom. Now, if you don't need a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle that Hyundai also does offer, I think the Tucson's a great fit. The back seats are going to have room for a child seat in the back, and there's a few different options where you can get different interior colors, but I like this all black in here. And the back seats, you've got a lot of room. I mean, I'm 6'1", and where I would be driving comfortably, I think someone could easily sit behind me and be comfortable as you're out on the road or cruising around. And one other thing that really opens it up in here is the panoramic sunroof. So up above, you've got the pano roof. That for the rear passengers definitely opens it up. And like I said, with the darker interior, that kind of helps lighten it up in here. That is a pretty cool and unique feature to have. So overall, what do I think? The ride and drive is very compliant. It's very comfortable. I love the heated seats. The Apple CarPlay makes it easy. I mean, this convenience SEL hybrid kind of offers the best of all of it, right? You get the great fuel economy. I think the styling on the exterior is really cool, and you don't have to worry about strictly running off EV because you still do have the gas-powered motor. So I think if you're in the market for a crossover SUV, you gotta get out and take the Tucson for a drive. See what you think. So that was just a quick ride and drive in the 24 Hyundai Tucson. Now, if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at Walser.com or stop by either one of our Hyundai locations. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.